Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
It's remarkable how easy it is to get ripped off these days if you let your guard down. Sean sent me notes to Steve. Check out this story from KAR11.com. Minnesota man lost $2.4 million after clicking on a link on his phone. $2.5 million almost. So Gordon Severson wrote this. Imagine losing $2.4 million in a matter of minutes and not being able to do anything about it. And you get to see it happen, by the way. So recently released court records show that's what happened to a man in Minnesota last fall. A search warrant filed through Hennepin County shows the man clicked on a link he received through his email that claimed to be sent by Coinbase, a popular cryptocurrency exchange. So records show the man immediately realized his mistake and that the email was not sent by Coinbase, but he realized it after he'd clicked on something. The man then checked his cryptocurrency account and saw his money being drained from the account. Definitely the biggest one I've personally worked, says the Brooklyn Park police sergeant, referring to the $2.4 million taken in this case. According to the search warrant, the sheriff's office reached out to that police sergeant in September to assist with their investigation. The warrant shows earlier this month that sergeant tracked some of the money to a cryptocurrency account owned by a 23-year-old man in Nigeria. The warrant names this man and labels him a suspect in the case. I'm curious to know what kind of long arm of the law is necessary to bring somebody over from Nigeria. According to the warrant, $14,000 in the suspect's account is tied to the $2.4 million that was taken from this victim. So that guy appears to have a slice of it, but the bulk of it's still out there. Now, the sergeant says he can't comment on the specifics of the case because it's an open investigation. However, he said he can share some thoughts. Just last year, we had 25 cases just in Brooklyn Park with a total loss to our victims over $5 million. This year so far, we're already at about 10 cases. Last week, I had 4 brand new ones, 4 brand new cases. The sergeant recommends extra security for anyone who has money invested in cryptocurrency. Cybersecurity experts suggest a second cell phone to keep your cryptocurrency accounts away from email accounts. Email and cryptocurrency apps do not mix. It's very important to have a separate smartphone for cryptocurrency apps and transactions. That same expert says cryptocurrency investors should also consider storing their crypto on a separate hard drive that isn't directly connected to the internet. A hardware wallet or a cold wallet is offline storage. You can think of it like a safe deposit box at your bank. What it does is essentially takes your cryptocurrency and it essentially moves it off the blockchain. Both the police sergeant and the expert agree that prevention is the best protection when it comes to cryptocurrency scams. The sergeant says looking at the cases he's worked on personally, only about 20% of the victims have managed to get all of their money back after a scam. If you are one who dabbles in cryptocurrency, security is key, says the police officer. And the scary part is how many of these scam emails are out there. And so I don't know exactly, I don't have any crypto. Full disclosure, I don't have any cryptocurrency. So I don't know exactly what this guy did, but he said that he got an email that he thought was from Coinbase. He clicked on it, and somehow that allowed somebody to get the information. And, I don't know how many times he clicked on it or if he had to click on something else. All I know is that's what the story says. And the story is light on facts because it's still an investigation. It's ongoing. They don't want to give up too much information. But the point is that the guy saw something that looked real. He clicked on it and immediately realized his mistake. I'll give you an example of one that I see literally every single day. And I'm getting 2 or 3 of these a day now. As you might know, I have a channel on YouTube where I occasionally post videos. And so anybody who sees my videos can go, oh, guy's got a channel on YouTube. It's called Steve Lehto. Boy, that one's creative. And I get emails every single day. Yesterday I got 5 or 6 that say a private video has been shared with you by YouTube. Now, there's something about the way that the email arrived that I know it's not real. The first one I got, I looked at it and go, that's not real. So I never clicked, never did anything. But I keep getting these somebody's just bombarding the world with these emails. A private video has been shared with you from YouTube. And it comes from YouTube. If you read the return address, which I pointed out before, they can spoof it to say anything they want. They can steal all the trademarks. It's very, very easy to do. It looks real on some level, but there are telltale signs that indicate it's not. But the other day, after getting about 20 of these over the weekend, I'm like, I wonder what the scam really is. And so I didn't open one of the emails up. What I did was I Googled, a private video has been shared with you on YouTube. And it turns out there's discussion threads all over Reddit and everywhere else about that. And so what scammers are doing is they're targeting people with YouTube accounts, channels, and saying, a private video has been shared with you. And if you watch the video, apparently they've made a video that looks real in terms of it looks like it came from YouTube. And the video then says, you need to, after learning what we talked about in this video, go to your account and make these changes. And they're hoping you're going to click on their links to make the changes. Because if you think you're seeing a video from YouTube, you might think, oh, I can click on this link that's somehow, I think it's underneath the video in the description box, although I don't know. It could be embedded in the video. I haven't watched the video, even though a private video has been shared with me. So I've never clicked on it, but I keep getting them every single day. It's annoying. And the weird part is that there are several scams that I get every single day. And after a while, it's just like if you watch the junk mail. Remember back in the days when junk mail was really bad? You get a pile of junk mail every single day. And it just gets thrown away. Why are they sending this? It's almost like it's just vandalism. And another one I get every single day. Your email account is going to be closed pursuant to your request. Thank you very much. If this is an error and you don't want your email account closed, click here. And of course, if you click there, it's going to say, what's your email address again? And you give it to them. What's your password again? And you give it to them. And now they got control of your email account. You might say, Steve, why would somebody want control of somebody's email account? Well, there are some things out there that are tied to email accounts. Okay? I don't want anybody having access to my email account. Your password is set to expire. Please renew your password. And I've mentioned before, my email is handled by somebody I know very, very well personally. And I have people say, they look at my email and they go, why don't you have a Gmail account like everybody else? I use the email accounts I do. I've got more than one. Because I know the people. I can literally pick up my phone, go into my directory and click on one of the names in my directory and get the person on the phone who can work with my email address, my email account. And so if you've got a Gmail account and you ever want to really discuss this and say, hey, Steve, you're doing it wrong, we'll have a race. We'll have a race. And you take your phone and I'll take my phone. We'll see who can get a human on the phone faster to fix a problem with their account. Because in my case, it's about 30 seconds. And if you can get somebody at Gmail to work on a problem with your account in 30 seconds, you're doing something right. But I don't have a Gmail account, but I know people who do. And I don't think it can be done in 30 seconds. So there are so many scams out there. But, you know, the bizarre part about this is, and I'm not critical of crypto, by the way. I just don't own any. There's a huge difference. I mentioned once that I'm not familiar with any of Taylor Swift's music. And I had people going, so why do you hate her then? I said, what? Who? Huh? When did I say I hated her? They said, you said you hated her. No, I said I'm not familiar with her music. Where would I hear it? I've never heard. I may have heard it in the background, not realized what it was, but I've never sat down and listened to it. I've never heard somebody go, here, listen to this song by Taylor. I'm not familiar with it. Same way if you said, Steve, do you know any songs by Menudo? I know, I've heard the name. I couldn't name a song for you. I mean, I know they exist. Doesn't mean I hate them. And so the fact that I don't own any crypto doesn't mean I hate crypto or I'm anti-crypto. I just simply am pointing out I don't own any. But one of the interesting things about this story is that crypto is always touted as being extremely secure. And here a guy says he clicked on a link on his phone and he lost $2.4 million. Now, it's true that you could also click on a nefarious link on your phone and have your bank account drained. I understand that. I'm simply pointing that out. But I don't hate crypto. I don't hate Taylor Swift. And I don't hate Menudo. And I'm pretty sure that that sentence that I just told you has never been spoken out loud by a human being in the history of this planet before today. But I can't prove that. So, Sean, thanks for sending it from KARE11.com. And Gordon Severson wrote that. A Minnesota man lost $2.4 million after clicking on a link on his phone, according to court records. Questions or comments, put them below. Let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Lehto's Law. I wish I knew at 30 half of what I thought I knew at 20.